There are some really useful features that the GO3 has that are either unknown or hidden and not easy to find. Timed record is one of those features because you just can't see it when you swipe along the video modes. You have to swipe down from the top of the screen and select this icon here. This will then allow you to set your camera to turn on and start recording at a certain time in whichever mode you choose to. And this is great for sunrise shots, for example, because you can stay in bed while your camera does all the work. In video mode, you may assume that all of your video shots will be stable, but you have to select the level of stabilization that you want to use. To do that, swipe up from the bottom of the screen and then select stabilization on the left, and you can select off, which I suggest you don't select, standard, which is suitable for most activities, high, which is suitable for more linear activities like running, for example, and max, which is more suitable for, say, mountain biking and more extreme sports where the camera or the movement's going to be more erratic. But it's worth pointing out here that the higher the stabilization that you use, the greater the delay there will be if you're using the screen to preview your shots. So if you do see this delay, your camera isn't faulty. But not all of the stabilization settings are in this menu. There's a low light stabilization setting that you turn on by swiping from the right of the screen and selecting this icon here. Turn this on if you're shooting at night, and it helps reduce motion blur and jittery shots. This feature does have its limitations, and do remember to turn it off when you're not using it. But the stabilization features of the GO3 don't end there either, and horizon leveling is a major stabilization feature of the GO3, and some people don't realize that it's only available when you're using free frame video, not when you're shooting in standard video mode. But if you need to, you can turn it off later in the app or in the studio software. And while we're in the app, if you use free frame mode, you can actually reframe it here as well. Simply push and hold and drag the clip to reframe it, and then adjust the horizon leveling here. And each adjustment adds a keyframe to the timeline at the bottom. If you shoot in slow motion, a common mistake is to position the camera the wrong way round, because you can't set the aspect ratio in the menu. You have to change the positioning of the camera instead. If you want to shoot 16:9 landscape video, then you have to shoot with the camera in portrait mode like this. And vice versa, if you want to shoot in 9:16 portrait mode, then you have to shoot with the camera like this in landscape mode. So it's a bit of an unknown quirk and not really obvious. Most people, when they shoot with the GO3, choose between a standard color profile or a vivid color profile, and you can select that by swiping here on the screen. But if you keep scrolling, there are actually another 10 color profiles that you can choose from, and these will suit different shooting scenarios like skiing, night shooting or biking. But great shots don't just come from video settings. You need to know where to place your camera to get the best shots possible. So you'll want to watch this video next, and I'll see you over there.